Howdy folks, Todd here with a swale update. So I had a person on YouTube ask questions. Actually, I've had several ask about updating on the 3 swales we have. So this was the first one that went in summer of last year, and the swale has held up fine. The plants haven't done as great as I had hoped. So, and the reason being is I have a lot of shade around here. So I also have deer fence on, a lot of deer pressure, and not that the deer fence is going to hold them down or anything, but elderberries are doing good for the most part. But, oh, by the way, I don't remember if I had mentioned before, but this is the spillway. So if we overflow the swale, the spillway here is packed down and it has grass growing in it, and it will dump water down there, and we will catch that in the, I'm going to have an intermediate swale that will eventually go over behind the shed there where the rainwater harvest is, and we're going to go over there next because that was the next swale that I had done. Let me just finish walking this one with you. A couple weeds in here need to be weeded out, but the elderberry seems to be doing okay in the shade. Everything else is having a couple of issues here in the shade, just not doing quite as well. Okay, I was just up there, and our swale that is up there will dump into, like I say, I'll come down a little ways, have an intermediate swale that will come and drop off in this area. I need to move these wood piles here, and I might have to take a little vegetation out up here in the food forest, and then that any excess from that property will dump into this swale, and this swale goes across will go across the entire property. So this one actually fills up, doesn't fill up, but it gets water in it a good bit, and the reason being is this is my rainwater harvest system here, and when it overflows, it comes out of that pipe right there, and it goes in and it fills up the swale there. So even the smallest amount of rain, I get all of the rainwater from the very large garage there that dumps in here, as well as from the landscape here, and it comes into this swale. So this swale was put in the fall of last year. We are in the fall of this year, and you can see everything is growing much better here. It really, really likes all the water it's getting. Everything is very green and lush here. I do have to come in from time to time, and I think I did it twice, maybe 3 times this year, and hit the swale with the weed whacker just to keep pressure down. And in between all of my perennials, I have annuals that I put in. I put in both peppers and tomatoes. And I have strawberries here. I'm going to be removing those because the rabbits are eating those on me. And this swale right now stops right here. But it will be taking, actually you see the other swale up there, and I'm going to connect the two within the next couple of weeks. So hopefully I'll get some video footage of that. Let me walk the path here. I'll be quiet and I'll fast forward it just so you can see, but I'll walk the path that the swale will go. And that takes us to the 3rd section of the swale here. So this one was put in this year in the late spring, and I planted in the early summer. So I put the swale in May and planted in June, and I had a couple of losses here, and the losses were mainly my own fault because I had the plants stored for a while. I grafted mulberry and some stuff like that, and I didn't take good care of it before I planted it, and it just ended up dying because of that. And I just saw that my annual flower here was blown over. I think that's a dahlia. Interesting. Oh, you'll see the pumpkins here. The pumpkins I actually had growing in the swale area here before I went ahead and weed whacked it, and these 2 right here are ready to harvest. So I will be cutting these up and feeding them to the ladies over here. They love these pumpkins. They have a lot of seeds in them, and the girls absolutely love them. Hard to believe this fig was about 6 inches tall when I planted it, and it's just loaded with figs. We're calling for freezing weather, I think, tonight, so I won't harvest any, but with a little protection, I should be able to get plenty in the near future. Have all kinds of different berries and brambles and trees. And I got some sea berry up here and some sea kale and some lingonberry. There's the sea kale. This is a white Nanking cherry next to some horseradish. Another sea berry. This is stinging nettle. It absolutely loves it in here. And just lots and lots of stuff. Oh, side mention here, the overgrown yellow looking things there are hardy kiwis. So let me get a shot from this angle here. So we come up, curve around, we will go up, go straight, and then go back behind the garage there, and we will catch all of the water from this hill here. You can't see the hill that much in these videos, but trust me, big hill here. We're also going to catch the rainwater that is traveling along the roadway there from the ditch. It's just a dirt road, but we will have all of that dumped into the swale.